What is up, Chiefs Kingdom? Welcome into Chiefs News Daily with yours truly. I'm Hayley Lewis. This is a brand new series. If you're just now joining us here on KCSN, we're bringing you Chiefs news every single day right here, Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Central Time. This is your news source for that daily Chiefs news, right? We're going to have updates, rumors, all the content that you don't want to miss. We're going to wrap it all up in just 10 minutes. Let's start by taking a look at the socials, my favorite place to be according to my screen time usage. First up, we head out to Twitter. The Royals announcing that Coach Reid will be throwing out the ceremonial first pitch on opening day over at Kauffman Stadium. The Royals kick off their season at home on March 28th, hosting the Minnesota Twins, and I guess they're looking for a little bit of winning mojo from the three-time Super Bowl champ. Hopefully Coach Reid has a bit of a better arm than Kelsey. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go look it up. The game's going to start at 3:10 p.m., and the first 30,000 fans receive a Bobby Witt Jr. bobblehead. I would go if I were you. The word on the streets is that there might be some current or some former Chiefs players there, maybe including their part owner, Patrick Mahomes. Well, the newest addition to the kingdom has already been spotted out with QB1. It didn't take long at all, a little over 24 hours after signing with the reigning Super Bowl champs. Mahomes and Hollywood Brown are spotted together. Mahomes sharing this on his Instagram story. A picture of him and Hollywood Brown working out with Bobby Stroop. I guess Mahomes is ready to see what his newest offensive weapon is really all about. We know that in years past, Mahomes has invited receivers down to his home in Texas for some additional offseason work, and it looks like Brown is already ready to roll. L'Jarius Sneed likes to keep the people guessing, and we all like to keep taking the bait, myself included. This season, we traded our Chris Jones Twitter and Instagram watch for the L'Jarius Sneed show. I can't blame you, because you'd be crazy not to stay on top of this. We want the updates, because we all want LJ to stay in Kansas City. Now, will he stay or will he go? I think that's still up in the air, but the quarterback might be hinting at something on his IG story. He shared this today on his story. It's a quote saying, "Know the difference between those who stay to feed the soil and those who come to grab the fruit." Now, I'm most likely really grabbing here and playing into the fact that I like to just think I'm an FBI agent when it comes to creeping around on the gram. But, Tucker, I'm going to need you to put up those little emoji eyes, because that's how everyone's feeling right now. All right, let's go on to some more factual news. The Chiefs tweeted out that they have been named one of the 5 finalists for the Sports Team of the Year by Sports Business Journal. The Chiefs were joined by Inter Miami CF, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Texas Rangers, and the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, a big reason KC made the list was because of the work they put in on the field. As we all know, the Chiefs qualified for a 6th straight AFC Championship game in January of 2024, marking the second longest conference championship streak in NFL history. KC also went on to overcome a 10-point deficit against the 49ers in Super Bowl 58 to secure the club's 4th Lombardi trophy and mark the club's 3rd championship in the past 5 seasons. So the winners are going to be announced in Times Square, New York City. That's coming up on Wednesday, May 22nd. Go Chiefs. Hope they get it. All right, let's jump back into some free agency talk. Let's recap what has happened for the Chiefs so far. They have added wide receiver Hollywood Brown, tight end Irv Smith Jr., punter Matt Araiza, and they parted ways with tight end Jody Fortson. He went to the Dolphins. Nick Allegretti went to the Commanders. Linebacker Willie Gay went to the Saints, and punter Tommy Townsend to the Texans. Now, if you ask me, it's been pretty solid so far, and others are thinking so too. We got Kate Adams from the Up and Adams show joining us now. Kate, weighing in on the Chiefs' free agency thus far.
And we got to say, the clear winner, slam dunk, unquestionably, of all of free agency is the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah. It's bleak in that AFC West outside of Kansas City right now.
It's kind of
with the way this offseason's unfolded.
It's kind of a balloon popper, It's kind of like it takes the air out of the room sort of thing. But it's so true. And then you look at the division as a whole, and we're going to dig into it. So thanks, Hammer, for all the research you did on this. But we were sort of laughing at the comedy of errors. That right now, of course, there's still optimism. The draft is ahead. Things can happen. But I mean, you look at what could have happened at KC with 31 teams were manifesting with some sort of Ouija board thing in their basements the past couple of months to happen to these champions. How can we take them out? Chris Jones will go away. They won't be able to re-sign him. Sneed is going to hit free agency. They're not going to be able to bring back Tranquil. All this. But Brett Veach, as always, in his bag, finds a way to bring 95 back in the folds. Tags Sneed, adds Marquise Brown, low-risk situation. Now, of course, Sneed could still end up getting moved here, but the Chiefs won't end up empty-handed no matter what they do there. The only thing left to figure out is the left tackle spot with Donovan Smith still sitting out there on the market. But other than that, Kansas City is basically running it back again across the board.
Well, free agency isn't the only place the Chiefs are going to snag some talent in this offseason. The draft is coming up really fast. It's just a little over a month away. Kansas City with a few position groups are probably going to target, one of those being the defensive line. And a key name that continues to come up is Mizzou standout Darius Robinson. The defensive lineman met formally with the Chiefs earlier this month at the NFL Combine, and he took some time to share his thoughts with the KCSN crew, as well as his draft capital and how he feels going into this one. Here's Tucker Franklin and Maddie Lane.
Tell me about that experience a little bit, going down to Mobile, getting to show out kind of on that stage, and what it kind of felt like to have all that attention on you after the fact.
So it was a great opportunity. Honestly, for me, I just had 3 goals going to the senior bowl. My first goal was just be better than the last time I was on tape. So, like, when we played Ohio State, make sure I look better than I was last. Have fun, and just show I'm the best defensive lineman in the draft. And I feel like I was just made simple goals and just went down there and went to work. And, it was fun. I think a lot of people kind of blew it out of proportion a little bit as far as me, like, doing this crazy stuff. Because it's like, if you really watch Mizzou tape, I've been doing this the whole season. It's just a bigger stage because these are the best college players. And I don't mean it in quotation. These are the best college players. But, humbly, I've been doing this the whole season. It just was another opportunity for me to grow. And but I had a blast, made a lot of good friendships with some of the other D linemen, and, thankful for this opportunity.
All right, right now, Robinson is a projected early round pick. He returned to Mizzou for a 5th season, actually, this past year. In 12 games, he recorded 43 tackles, 14 tackles for loss, 8.5 sacks. Now, those stats, along with his combine numbers, should put him up in the top 50 picks of the draft. The Chiefs, of course, have their first pick in round 1 at pick 32. All right, let's get to some of our loyal listeners so far. 3 episodes in, can you even call it that? But you guys are here, and we're happy you're here on Chiefs News Daily. Remember, we want you to be a part of this show, get involved. It's not all just me talking. We want to talk with you. Make sure you join our LLC. That's the exclusive Loyal Listeners Club. It's free to join. You get some perks for supporting the show as well. Also, we can interact. You can talk with me and also other fans. And like I said, winning cool stuff. Winning cool stuff is fun. Click the link in the description, find out how to join the LLC. It costs you nothing. So we want to give some shout outs off the top. A big ol' thank you to some of these people for signing up right away. D. Bullard, A.I. Haley O, Stephen C, Brian Ked, Lee 87, number 1 Chiefs fan, Wichita Chiefs 72, and Dr. Griffin. Just to name a few, we appreciate y'all's support. All right, now let's get to some of your questions. We start with Dr. Hawk 63. Will the Chiefs sign another wide receiver in free agency? It's unlikely, but you're not wrong in the fact that the Chiefs do still need another receiver in addition to Hollywood Brown. Wide receiver room could really use a lot of depth. Now, Brown stepping in for MVS is obviously an upgrade, but Kansas City still really needs to bolster up that position group. They're likely going to draft a receiver, maybe even 2 if they can find one, but getting another one in the free agency probably isn't going to happen. If you look at the market, they have a little cap space. Who's left on the market? Probably not going to pan out. So don't expect Veach to get someone in free agency, but do expect him to bolster up that position group, helping Rashee Rice and Brown as well in the NFL draft as it's coming up here quickly. On to another question from George W. Do you expect the Chiefs to find their running back 2 in the draft or free agency? And who might someone be that you're keeping your eye on? I like this question because it's a big question. A lot of people are wondering. Clearly, Isaiah Pacheco is the starter. Who helps him out? You got Jerick McKinnon, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. They're both free agents. If they don't, they could opt to retain them. But if they don't, are they going to look in the draft or free agency? Now, I think they'll definitely go for the draft side of things. But if they find a veteran running back, maybe look at some free agents like Cordell Patterson. His name pops out to me. Damian Harris, also a name, so check them both out. But draft prospects, go look at Oregon's Bucky Irving or even USC's Marshawn Lloyd. Those are 2 names that pop out to me. All right, that's another episode of Chiefs News Daily. Thank you for joining us. Make sure to join us tomorrow at 7 p.m. We'll see you there.